All right, yeah, I'm Bo Slaughter. I live in Sandston, Virginia. Married to Mary Catherine. Retired. Worked for a company for 45 years in the design and estimating of water systems. Have one son and one granddaughter who loves to hunt. I guess I bow hunt because of the close personal nature of the animal, being up close to the animal. A few years back, some of my buddies convinced me to shoot a deer with a black powder gun, and I went out and shot him at 60 yards. And when it was all said and done, I said, I'll never do this again. I mean, I was so used to shooting an animal at under 20 yards. I mean, I think it's, for some reason, I like to be up close and personal, look that animal in the eye. I mean, I'm going to take his life, and I want to be up close. And I did not like that impersonal 60-yard shot with a gun. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not me. Presently, I'm shooting a bear magnesium takedown, 55 pounds recurve. I shoot either carbon arrows or wood arrows out of it, depending on what I'm hunting. I seem to chase pigs and javelina with the carbon arrows more because my wood arrows get tore up so bad. I do use a longbow a lot on deer because the longbow is a quieter bow to me, so that's kind of my two methods, two bows I use is the recurve, bear recurve, and the Moab, the Thunderstick Moab longbow. I guess basically I'm a gap shooter, but I use the arrow for my left and right mainly, and I do kind of see the gap. I don't consciously sit there and say, well, the deer's at 15 yards, I need to be 6 inches under. I do shoot 3 fingers under. But I'm methodical. I like to come to full draw. I like to anchor for at least a second or two. Years ago, I got in a bad habit of snap shooting and short drawing, and so I'm more methodical about making sure I hit anchor anyway before I release the arrow. I'd be honest with you, probably my most memorable hunt is my first deer that I killed back in 1973. I had hunted that morning and had come out to the car. I was driving a car back then, didn't even have a pickup truck, and was sitting there having lunch, and 2 does walked in front of the car, like within 15 feet of the car at noon, and I said to myself, the deer must be moving, and so I shoved my sandwich in the bag, put my drink or whatever, got out the car, got my stuff, and started walking down this 2-track, and I happened to look over, and there was a little 4-point buck with his nose on the ground, apparently trailing these 2 does. So I kind of squatted down, got all my mess together, got an arrow out the quiver. The deer still had his nose on the ground, just follow on that trail. So he came by about 15 yards, and I shot. And when I shot, he whirled and went back the way he came, and the arrow appeared to fall to the ground right there where he was standing. So anyway, I'm so excited, but I jump up, go back to the car, because every book I read said I had to wait 30 minutes. So I must have dug a 6-inch trench around that car as I circled it for 3,000 times, I guess, waiting for that 30 minutes to go up. Not 29, but 30. At the 30-minute mark, I went back to where the deer was standing, and there was an arrow covered in blood. I said, well, I must have hit him. So I started on the blood trail, and I looked up, and he hadn't gone 20, 25 yards. And it was the first of only 2 animals I've ever hot shot, and a little 4-point buck that I have presently mounted on my wall. Yeah, that's my most memorable hunt, my first deer. I joined the PBS. I know they were a very ethical organization. I had heard from a couple of my friends. Matter of fact, one of them was Jimmy Chin, who was a past president. He was a 2-time president back in the early and mid-90s, and Jimmy used to hunt in the same hunt club I was in. But anyway, I guess the main reason that I really joined them was for hunting opportunities. I mean, PBS is mainly a bow hunting organization, and some of the finest bow hunters in the world. And if you ever attend a banquet or gathering such, I mean, you come away from that with a couple invites or more information than you ever could imagine on hunting all kinds of species of animals. So I guess mainly I got into it was for their hunting opportunities. Well, I'd like to give a shout out to Mary Catherine. I mean, without an understanding wife, none of this would be possible. And then Harmony at home office, she's been fantastic. My good buddy Bill Terry, and a couple member hunts, the LBL hunt in Kentucky, and then also the hunt with Randy Brookshire in Virginia. And a shout out to all these guys who put on these member hunts. I think they are becoming the backbone of the PBS and getting everybody together to hunt. You need to attend these hunts, attend one of them. And I think if you attend one, you'll keep looking. I go all over to these hunts, and I think they're fantastic. All right, I am Bo Slaughter, and I am the PBS.